Okay. Now, the moment that I've been waiting for since last week. Okay. You know, this summer is all about the ecchi and harem of anime right now. I mean, literally, when new shows came out this time, this show that came out in the manga, I gotta be straightforward with this. This show was one of the shows I've been waiting for since I read the manga. Now, we all get the classic Cinderella. One of the classic movies, Disney movies of all time, Cinderella. And we get the concept of Cinderella. You know, Cinderella worked at a she lives with her two stepsisters and a stepmother, and then she doing all these dumb chores, all these tough chores. All these tough chores. And then she wants to go to the ball. They rip her clothes up. She felt sad, so she gets help from the fairy godmother and make her become a beautiful princess. And then when midnight came, she ran and lost her glass slipper. So the prince is looking for the owner of the glass slipper. And then we found out, he found out, like, oh, you're the one. It's Cinderella. Cinderella is the owner of the glass slipper, and Cinderella and the prince live happily ever after. The end. That's it. Classic. You don't even know. That's it. That's pretty much in a nutshell. This particular Cinderella show, it's the same thing, but when you add ecchi, harem, hentai, when you add so much concept to a harem anime, this is the show you get. And it's a long title. It's called Would You Love a Pervert as Long as She's Cute? Or, yeah, would you love a pervert as long as she's cute? Or hentei, are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's cute? You know what I mean? That's the name of that long title. But the title is basically saying, would you love a girl who's a pervert? Now, there is a line of female perverts in anime. There's a huge line. I mean, literally, you could name a lot of female perverts in anime. I mean, look at the main one, panty and stockings. That's literally they're the top female perverts in anime. I don't think none of the other female perverts can top panty and stockings. But if you think about female perverts, panty and stockings should be the first one. Now, again, for my first impression anime review of this show, both episodes, I'm going to demonstrate what this show is going to be really on about. Girls, these 4 girls are extremely perverts. And by extremely perverts, I mean each girl has its own perverted desire. Each girl has its own desire in this show, and Keiki is in the mix. He's living the female perverted lifestyle that he's in, and I'm gonna get to that. So Keiki, he's a high school student, normal high school student, and he's in this club with all these girls. Yes, with all of these girls. Koga, the short hair girl, the smart and pretty one. Takahara, the big breasted girl, third year class club president. You got Kiryuu, who's her brother. His sister. And you got Nanjo, who's a manga artist with the red hair. Okay, those are his 4 girls. Each 4 girl got a desire, and then Keiki's in there. So let me explain this. Keiki, he's cleaning up. He's the last one there, and he sees a love letter. He living that dream of every boy's life when he's like, I got a love letter. Oh, who it is? It doesn't say like who the name is, but he got something with the love letter. And like I said, Cinderella found me, with the glass slipper. This right here, he found white panties with the love letter. So now, in this funny dynamic harem etchiness hentai of Cinderella, it's all about the white panties. And who's the owner of the white panties? This is where things get a little easy. This is where things get a little tough. I mean, literally, whoever didn't put a tag on the size of the panties really is going to make a really tough journey for him to spot on who it is. I mean, literally, if there was a tag on the panties about whose butt size that was, he could have immediately said, okay, maybe it's Koga, maybe it's my sister, maybe it's Takahara. You know what I mean? Takahara. Maybe he could have just found that easily, but he can't. So each episode he's gonna find his Cinderella, and the first one he found was Takahara. So he examined Takahara, following her, being that, trying to figure out who it is. And his best friend is backing him up. Now, you talking about best friend? His best friend has a secret of his own. And I'm not even going to get to it because the opening kind of showed it. Now, like I was saying, Keiki is looking for Cinderella, so he found Tokahara. He's looking at Tokahara like a nice person. She's very nice. But then, the first episode we found out about her secret. She is a hardcore masochist. I mean, think about it. How great is to have a hardcore masochist on the side? Like, Rachnia from Monster Misune is one of them. Tying up people in the web, all that stuff. I mean, not tying up people in the web. She's more of a Koga type. Sorry, let me just move this laptop. Sorry. She's more of the Koga type thing, so yeah. But she wants to be treated like a slave. She literally wants to be treated like a slave. Literally. She took off her shirt, her bra's open, and she got a collar around her neck. Yeah, she really wants that. There's going to be dojins about that. And plus, it's Funimation. So you could tell they're going to dub this show really soon. Because with a show like this, it's going to be dubbed. But anyway. So you kick things off with the first episode, Tokahara being a hardcore masochist. And she wants to be treated like a slave. So that's that. So now we're trying to get into the concept of the next girl in episode 2, which is Koga. Now, the opening gave it away, like I said. The opening gave it away of each girl's desire. So you can tell just by looking at it that you can say, oh, she's best girl. Especially his friend. His best friend, he got a desire unlike any other. And I'm surprised that he's open to it. But I can't say nothing. I can't say too much. The opening gave it away. But now we get into Koga. Koga is a sweet, innocent, sweet, kind girl. Just looking at her, she's kind of like, okay, there's something tricky about her. There's something tricky about this girl. I don't know. But yeah, she's so nice and innocent. I mean, I know she's flat-chested and she's cute, but she's one, to me, I can't date her because she's like one of those girls, like in every harem, there's always a little girl about this tall and always saying, oh, Ni-chan, that kind of thing. I can't. That's not in my description. I can't. Even with her desire, I cannot do it. So he decided to say like, oh, maybe Koga's on a date. He thought that, oh, let's take Koga on a date and see. So they went to the movies first. And they went to the movies that talks English. Because of what book she likes, they went to a movie that is completely talking English with Japanese subtitles. Yes. And then they go like a simple date. Going to the movies, go to McDonald's, going shopping, that kind of thing. The classic go on a girl date shopping thing just to find your Cinderella. Just a classic. And then, to the end of it, we found out her desire. She wants a slave of her own. She wants the main character as a slave. So basically, the main character is in a love triangle of masochists here. Tokahara wants to be a slave, and Koga wants the main character as a slave. So you get the concept. This is a love parallel, love triangle. I don't know what you call it, a love parallel or love triangle of hardcore masochists that these two have. I mean, she went balls deep in this episode. And by balls deep, I mean literally going in deep, taking off her panties and feeding it, like putting it in her mouth, like putting it in his mouth. And he think he gonna die from that. I mean, come on. If that's not the best way to die from, I don't know what is. But if you have some girl who takes off her panties, laying on top of you, put her panties in your mouth, that is the way to die. I don't know. That is a good way to die. And that's how it ended in that. So the first 2 episodes, we got 2 girls with desires. Tokahara's desire to be a slave and Koga's desire to have a slave of her own. Okay, that's it. 2 girls with desires. Now the other girls, his sister and Nanjo. Now the sister, the sister's out of the question for when you ship with this guy, cause the brother and sister. I'm not doing that. This ain't you Shogun no Sora. I ain't fucking with that. Nanjo, okay, questionable. But her desire is way beyond part of the masochist family. I mean, way beyond. And if they get to that, you'll see why. And not only that, she's a manga artist, so you're gonna see what her desire is. And it's pretty obvious just looking at the opening that what her desire was stated that she is. So, just by looking at the opening, I can tell you one thing. Tokahara to me is best girl. I love her. Not because of her boobs, but she wants to be treated like a slave. I don't know why. It's just that big boobs doesn't matter to me. It just matters the personality. And looking at her, I like her already. In this show, I like her. So, what do we expect? So, the first 2 episodes were really great. First impression of this, I was really hopeful. I was really excited to see this. And with new characters and side characters along the way, seeing the problematic that he's in, let's just say he's going to take a long time to find his Cinderella. He's going to take us a long time to find that Cinderella. So let's see how this turns out. So, what can I expect from the long run of these episodes? I'll tell you. We're going to see a lot of fan service. A lot of fan service. Etchiness. More desires. More secrets that we're going to see from them. And pretty soon when we get to that, you're going to be so shocked about it that you want to watch it over and over again. So, I look forward for episode 3 of this Cinderella anime. And remember, if you guys want to watch a Cinderella, I recommend watch this, not Disney one. Just watch this Cinderella here. And don't watch the live action. Don't watch anyone. Because this one, he's living the harem of a Cinderella life. So let's see how this turns out. So I look forward for episode 3.